Attorney for Sherrone Moore, Ellen Michaels, is seeking to have the charges filed against her client, the former head coach at the University of Michigan for its football team, dropped. And this is kind of wild in that she wants to throw out the entire arrest report, which would totally change just how this is going to go down for Sherrone Moore as it pertains to criminal proceedings. Civil proceedings, we'll see. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, answer the question in the comments below. Based on what you know about Sherrone Moore and the charges that are filed against him and the arrest report and why he was arrested, how do you feel about Sherrone Moore entering back into college football at some point? I don't think that point is in the very near future. I think it's actually quite some way from now. But if his attorney succeeds in getting these charges against him dropped, how would that color your opinion of Sherrone Moore, who's fired for, well, not really being arrested? That came later. So let me read the statement, or I should say the quote that Sherrone Moore's attorney gave to the judge in what was really just a 15-minute hearing that pushes this preliminary hearing back again. She says, the arrest should be quashed, meaning the arrest is not valid, and any evidence taken or received as a result of that arrest should be quashed and suppressed. We are asking that the complaint be dismissed. It's our belief that without these misleading statements and omissions, there would be no probable cause for these charges. This is interesting. This is interesting because, I mean, that what has been recorded and what was said on the phone is the reason that police went looking for Sherrone Moore, and frankly, the reason that he was arrested in the first place. Charges filed include home invasion, right? And those three charges that also felony home invasion and stalking really color your opinion of Sherrone Moore, who I think had one of the coolest jobs in the entire world, certainly one of the best jobs in our sport, and carried with him, whether you like it or not, the moniker being the first black head coach at the University of Michigan. I realize that's going to turn some of y'all off, that I even said that out loud, but it matters to me. And without going too much further into that, if you're going to come in the comments and tell me that you don't see color, then you do not see me. And we can have that discussion somewhere else. But for the time being, acknowledge he is the first, and that means something. Just as it means something in your family when you are the first to go to college. The first. When you are the first to make a six-figure income. When you are the first to buy a house. It matters. He's the first of us to get one of the coolest jobs in the entire world that didn't come open all that much. And he squandered that. He did that. That's got nothing to do with the arrest. And Ward Manuel had all the reasons that he needed to fire him for cause. And that is why we are ultimately here, right? Because, I mean, let me make sure I get this part right, because this is in the dismissal letter that, creates our paper trail for why Sherrone Moore was fired. He was fired for having a personal relationship with a woman who was a football staff member and for lying during the investigation. That's what it is, right? There's all sorts of Title IX implications here, and I'm sure that that's one of the reasons that want to have these things dismissed and you want a further investigation. This happened on a public college campus, which absolutely positively matters. And it colors the image of the University of Michigan, who's already going through it, right? They have been caught cheating, football team, right? The Connor Stallions scandal, and it was. It colors how we feel about the 2024 national champs. It colors how we feel about Sherrone Moore getting the job, as it was in Jim Harbaugh's contract that Sherrone Moore would get this job and set up to take it. Colors every other way in which we might think that Sherrone Moore might have cut corners and or did things that aren't within the rules, going back to recruiting violations, which pale in comparison to these. But usually if you break rules, you got a pattern of breaking rules, and we can probably find one or two that really meet the high bar for coming after you. I mean, this is Al Capone and tax evasion, right? They couldn't get him on the really nasty, violent stuff, so they got him on the paper trail. Either way, the Justice Department wanted to get him, and they got him. When you make people feel bad about you being in a position that they very much believe is cool, they tend to feel some kind of way about that, right? That goes all the way down. It's why you really have to watch what you say and who you say it to, and more importantly, who your relationships are with. This part never really, I can't wrap my head around this, right? Because I'm divorced, right? I had a relationship following my divorce that lasted damn near a decade, went the way it went. Both of those are two of the most important relationships in my life. In the latter, we stay in touch, right? Might even call us friends, right? Treat her like family, right? Which is to say that there are things that I've gone through with her and with my ex-wife that cannot be replicated, will never be replicated. And I choose to honor that and to honor those moments. When someone reaches out to help me when I can't help myself, they have me forever. Because I don't give a lot of opportunities to help me, period. I don't like needing help, and I'm used to having to do it on my own. I'm used to being the person that has to do the helping, okay? So the idea of betraying that trust in the way that Sherrone Moore has never really crosses my mind. Especially do that at your place of work, at a place where you were supposed to be leading other men by example. And I don't just mean players. I mean your staff. I mean everybody from Biff Poggi all the way down. You are the honorific. It is cool. That's why we treat it that way. But if these charges do get dismissed against Sherrone Moore, how will you feel about Sherrone Moore going into college football again or trying to rehabilitate his image within the sport? We've seen this before, right? Some people would say we would like a way back. We would like to reduce the rate of recidivism, say, in the prison population. We would like to give a way for someone to earn back trust. Can you really? Well, that's why I'm asking you.